Hello and welcome to this week's reflection with the IM team. I'm really looking forward to this one because I'm joined this week by Jonathan Bland, who has been inspiring me for a number of years. So Jonathan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so my name's Jonathan, obviously. I'm 13 and I go to the Leinster Priory, and I've been going for most of my life. And I've been enjoying doing lots of intergenerational things there, with helping with Messy Church and Sunday services, where I've been doing fun, interesting activities like rescuing Paul from padlocks, teddy bear Paul, that is, and other sorts of fun things, the loo roll championships and other sorts of fun stuff from Messy Church, and also just helping with normal Sunday services, reading bits and bobs. So yeah.
Loo roll challenge sounds particularly exciting, I think.
This was before loo roll was paper gold, but yes, it was interesting thing to do. Throwing, there was the speed bounce over it. I can't really remember. It was quite a long time ago.
Fantastic. Jonathan, you were the first person that I really met in Hereford Diocese, which is quite exciting, with your mum. But I was wondering why you thought intergenerational stuff was so important. Why do you feel that being intergenerational is important for the church and for mission?
I think it's important because, as we all know, that everyone is valued by God and everyone is important, and it's a nice way to almost show that, where you have everyone from all sorts of ages. It's also a nice way to connect, because you find that, for example, young people hang out lots with young people, and older people hang out with older people, and it's a nice way to give a bit of a shake about and being able to talk and just do activities and all sorts with different people. And I feel it's important because you get to experience God and experience the wonders of the earth together, and to be able to fully experience it. And being all age obviously means that... Sorry, I just got distracted then. Being all age... I've completely lost my train of thought.
That's okay. Do you want to carry on?
Yes. So I feel being all age really allows you to do things together, and it's a way of connecting as the whole family of God, and it's a way of learning from others, and it's great fun for me.
I've been seeing you a lot more recently because you've been online such a lot with Messy Church at Home, which has been phenomenal, and even being part of an international Messy Church. And I was wondering if there was any particular experience that sticks out in your mind as maybe challenging or really fun to be part of.
I think the biggest thing ever for me, which was... there's this Christian festival called Greenbelt that I'm sure many of you have heard of because it's quite large, and on their Sunday service they try and switch it up a bit. So each year there's something different. And one year they had a young people's service, and I got to take part in that. And I can't remember what it was something like the confession or something. But reading the confession in front of 6,000 people is quite an enjoyable thing for me.
Wow, that must have been awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really fun, and it was something that it made me more confident in talking in front of people.
You've packed such a lot into the last few years. You've tried so many things. What would be your advice to a young person who really wants to get more involved in intergenerational church or mission, or just wants to try new things for God?
I've got 3 words, that I found really helped me. It's a bit of like a circle, like the reduce, reuse and recycle sort of thing, and it's SOD, SOD. It's where you've got to suggest an idea. I spent when I was quite young in Messy Church, I started to suggest ideas from almost like the sidelines, going, you could do this, why don't you do that? And then I started to offer up. I would offer ideas, and even if they weren't very good, it was the next step where you would offer yourself up, and then people would started to notice me doing stuff. And after people started to notice me, I started to do stuff. So there's the S and then the O, then the D. And for me, it's not necessarily important if you do all three. If you suggest an idea, offer up the idea, and then do the idea. For me, it's important if different people also do it. If that thing gets done, because it might get stuck. It might get to the S and then the O. So someone's offered it up, but not actually done it yet. But for me, that's still a next step, and it's something that gets you going in the path of doing more stuff and being involved. So after you suggest something, it's that the idea is out there, and you've done the first step. It's better than just going. It's a bit better than that. And then once you've suggested something, you go, well, I'll do it. It's quite a hard step for me, because not everyone wants to be the person who does the scary thing or whatever. Then after you've suggested it, you've got to do it.
I love that, because it brings it makes you take that first step and not worry about whether you're successful or not, but it's worth it just to try. And it would encourage other people to have a go as well. And you never know, people might say yes, and if you're offering to do it, they definitely might say yes. So I love that. I love that idea. So what would be your advice to church leaders and those making decisions, and what would you like to say to them?
Really, I think it's mainly let them do what they want to do, and because I'm sure you wouldn't want to be stood over all the time. People ask me, are you okay? You sure you can manage that? Oh dear, Lizzie, are you okay? Do you need some help with that? Oh dear. It's that thing where you've got to be left to do it your own. You've got to be left to try it out, and normally people my age, if they need help, they will ask, because you're all marvellous people, and who wouldn't want to ask you for help? And so it's just that, let them do what they want. Well, not necessarily do what they want. Let them do it by themselves. Let them learn it for themselves. Let them learn from the mistakes they make, and let them enjoy being as equal to an adult, really. Let them try as hard as they can to do it by themselves, and even if it doesn't work out, they will have still had that experience of being there, even if it's just sitting in a corner doing an activity by yourself. It's still being able to, it's still better than someone standing over you all the time, I feel.
Thank you, Jonathan. That just speaks to me of how we should trust and respect and encourage one another, no matter what our age is. And I love that. It really speaks of the intergenerational church. And I am so looking forward to seeing what God does through you over the next few years. And if it's anything like the last few years, it's going to be awesome and amazing. So thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Welcome.